Good afternoon, student. For today's second session of e-filing, we have Priya ma'am with us. Priya ma'am, you can continue with your class, ma'am.
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much. Okay, so I think we all are back. Done with your lunch, everyone? Feeling lazy or what? Done with the lunch? Yes, tell me. Have you finished your lunch? No one has finished their lunch. Good afternoon, Dharvi, and good afternoon to everyone present here. Dharvi, you had your lunch? You all had your lunch? Good. Not yet. Why, Supriya? Not yet. Our next session, this session will get over at 3. You will be too late for your lunch. Monica done, Kavya done. Okay. Good afternoon, maybe. Okay. All right. So I hope whatever we have discussed in the first session today is absolutely clear. Right. We have done TDS in the first session. Yes. Kalu says done. Okay. So we have finished off TDS in the first session. Now, this session's agenda will be to finish off TCS. Now, the moment you understood what is TDS, it becomes very easy for you to understand. If you know what is TDS, TCS concepts become more easier. Why? We know TDS is tax deducted at source. Okay. The person who is supposed to make the payment to you, that person will deduct tax and remaining amount will be given to you. After tax amount will be given to you. And whatever is the tax amount, this deductor, this person is liable to do it and send it to the government by filling it up in the respective forms. Now, when we were discussing few questions at the end of the first session, we also discussed that there are going to be few penalties. There are going to be few consequences if that person is not able to pay or is not able to file the TDS forms on time. We did see, right? If this person fails to file TDS forms on time, then every day 200 rupees will be charged till the time this person does not do it. That is good, Sajal, that you have finished the session that was pending. It is really appreciating. Very nice. Okay. So today, in our second session, let us start with TCS. Let us understand what is TCS. So, again, show some energy. How is your Josh? Are you ready to go for the other topic? Or you're feeling lazy? You're feeling lethargic? How exactly it is? Tell me. Yes. Are you ready? Are you energized? The ones who had lunch, are you energized or you're feeling lazy after having food? Monica is always high on energy. That's very nice. What about the rest? Actually, Sajal was a little late because of network issue. So he had to go to the recording. Yes. Hi, Josh. Ready, ready. Roshno, ready. Pallavi. Vindhya is energized. Lovely. Dharvi, hi, ma'am. Neelam. I can't able to log in. Energy Vidya, ma'am. Please cancel your, you guide me. See, Neelam. This question is again very repeated. I think Kunal sir is giving the answer. In common, again, I will repeat the answer. The answer is please wait for few days. If you have not received Energy Vidya portal login, you will get in few days. Okay, you will get in few days. They are doing this initiative from their end so that you can practice later. Okay, Danish, hi Josh. Okay, okay, all right. So we have learned till now e-filing, we have done ITR, we have done TDS. Correct? Today is the time when we are going to move ahead with TCS. Yes, Manshi. Let us start with TCS. Who can explain what is TCS? TCS. No definitions required. No definitions required. Simply give logical answer. What is TCS? Quickly. Okay. Tax collection at source. Aditya is saying good morning, ma'am. 1 o'clock in the afternoon. You're saying good morning. Dharvi says TCS is the tax collected by seller from buyer at the time of sale of goods. Okay. Monica says tax collected from us and deposited with government on behalf of us. Okay. TCS collected by recipient at source. Okay. Tufan is giving some limitations of 650 lakhs. Just a moment. Just give me. Just allow me a minute. Yes. By e-commerce operator, Amazon charges TCS on amount paid to seller registered on Amazon. Okay. Okay. So this means this class is uh, having good knowledge of tax. I think you have given good paper of tax, I think. What do you say? रिकॉर्डेड लेक्चर्स आपको सीएमए की वेबसाइट पर मिल जाएंगे थोड़े टाइम बाद. नो नीड टू वरी अबाउट इट. अभी फोकस करिए लर्निंग पे. ठीक है, चलिए. नाउ लेट अस अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट इज टीसीएस. एज यू कैन सी ऑन योर स्क्रीन, there is 4 5 lines written dedicated to TCS. Let us read this. Now this says what? TCS, which is tax collected at source, is an income tax collected by the seller of specified goods from the buyer. TCS is a concept where a person selling specific item is liable to collect tax from the buyer at a prescribed rate and deposit the same with the government. Okay. So over here, what is happening? The person something, that person is liable to deduct tax at source, TCS. For example, if let's say somebody said Amazon, if Amazon is selling something, what they do, there is 5 lakh rupees product that Amazon is selling. Now, Amazon, when they are selling this, they will say that I will take my 5 lakh rupees. Okay, I will take this 5 lakh rupees for my goods. You also give me some money for tax. Okay, this buyer is supposed to pay this tax. So, seller is saying, Amazon is saying, you only give me the tax and I will do your work. I will go to the government. I will pay on your behalf. Right? Yes. So, basically, TCS is what? When there is a certain sale of goods, seller of certain goods are required to collect tax from the buyer at a specified rate. Just like TDS, where deductor is liable to collect from deductee, here the seller is liable to collect from buyer the amount of tax on specified goods. Doesn't mean that they will also collect TCS from you. They will collect if these specified goods are covered. We will discuss what are the specified goods. Other than that, they can't collect TCS. They can only collect TCS if it is about specified goods. And for that, there will be specific rate of TCS given. Is there any voice problem happening, or is it just for one or two?
Ma'am, only one or two is spacing, but I am able to listen your voice properly here.
Okay, let's see what the majority says. Students, are you facing any audio issue? Can you hear me? Only with Pooja. Anyone else except Pooja? Pooja, in that case, I think there is some network issue on your end here. Please shift to some other network. Okay, because others are saying audio is fine. The ones, one or two, the ones who are having trouble, please check your network.
And also check your device. Might be some problem with device or the network.
Yes. Okay. Now we know what is TCS, right? TCS when the seller is selling some goods, when the seller is selling some goods which are under the specified category, okay, which are under the specified category of goods. For those goods only, the seller is liable to collect TCS from the buyer, and the buyer will pay TCS as per the rate specified in the TCS chart. Very simple. When I remember when I heard about TCS and TDS for the very first time, it was really confusing for me. Alina, uh, of course, it is a type of taxation. So GST is also a type of taxation, but GST is quite different, right? Everywhere GST is applicable for all the goods and services we are paying, except one or two, hardly one or two are outside GST. Otherwise, everything comes under GST. And those one or two things like petrol, who is outside the GST scope right now, government is also trying to bring them in, right? This means GST is a big thing, right? TDS, TCS, very small. Only for limited items, we charge TCS and TDS. Okay. I think the ones who are asking TCS and GST are same. I think they got my answer now. Now, let us see. Let me see which chart will be more beneficial for you. Let us see what are the TCS rate charts. TCS rate charts are very simple. No magajmari, no jamelas like we used to have in TDS. TDS, so many items were there. So many items. In TCS, we have very limited number of items are there. Okay. Now, the first you could already read. The first is what? Scrap. For scrap, what could you see? Let us come over here. It's better. Yeah, come to this one. See, you could see the nature of goods. You could see the nature of goods. And in the right hand side, there is percentage written. Okay. So now we will see for each particular specified goods, what is the percentage of TCS that we need to pay. For example, one is alcohol, liquor for human consumption. The alcohol, which is for human consumption, on that TCS 1% is applicable. Who will give this 1%? Who will give this 1%? This 1% will be paid by the buyer to the seller of these items. And the seller is going to collect TCS from you, and then they will give it to the government. Yes, Vindhya, right. Yes, Aditya, right. So first one is very clear. If there is any alcohol, liquor for human consumption, rate of TCS would be 1%. Now, if you are sitting in this session, we are going in detail about the rates of TCS and TDS. Make sure that when you go out of this session, you could say that now I know all the rates of TCS and TDS. Okay. Not all the rates of TDS, but at least the important ones I know. And TCS limited items are there. So you will know all the rates of TCS. Okay. Let us come to the other point, that is Tendu leaves. Do you know what is Tendu leaves? Tell me, tell me, anyone? Have you seen Hindu leaves? Okay. Sajal is very much aware about what is Hindu leaves. Afreen doesn't know. Vindhya does know. Okay. So for that low quality of cigarettes that we also call it biri, right? To make that, the Hindu leaves are used. So in short, when we are discussing about TCS, you would see that there are a lot of consumptions which is happening for these type of products like alcohol, Hindu leaves. So for these type of buyers, TCS is charged because see, whenever government is charging any sort of taxation on any goods or services, their agenda is not to promote them. Their agenda is to let's go and reduce the consumption. That if you are buying Tendu leaves, you have to pay 5% TCS. So it's better you avoid doing it. You don't buy it, right? So if any person is buying Tendu leaves, they have to pay 5% of TCS to whom? To the seller. Then we have timber obtained under a forest lease. So if there is any timber that is obtained out of forest lease, rate of TCS would be 2.5 paid by the buyer to the seller. Why I'm repeating buyer, seller all the time? Because a lot of time students get confused that who is going to pay TCS. Remember when in class 11, 12, very first time we got to know about debtor and creditor, we used to be very confused. We used to be very confused. Who is a debtor? Who is a creditor? We used to get confused over here, right? Similarly, a lot of times people get confused between TCS and TDS. Correct? What is TCS? What is TDS? And then who is going to pay TCS? Who is going to collect TCS? That confusion also happens. This is why I'm continuously repeating who's the buyer, who's the seller. Okay, you might think that why ma'am is repeating. It's so simple. I got it. Who is the buyer? Who's the seller? But the moment you start doing it practically, you start making that mistake. So it's always better when you're learning TCS, when you're learning TDS, read it like this. Who is the deductor? Who is the deductee? Who is the collector? Who is the person paying? These things would be fine. Now D, come to D. Timber obtained by any mode other than forest lease. Other than C means what? Other than forest lease. So if timber is obtained by any means except forest lease, the rate will be 2.5. Okay. You would say for timber under forest lease also is 2.5. You are right. You will see point E. Any other forest produced not being timber or tendu leaves 2.5. In short, to learn about timber, it is very simple. It will be 2.5. Timber, either it is obtained through forest lease, not obtained through forest lease, or any other forest produced you have received. Any other forest produced. So 2.5. Keep in mind, whatever is a forest produced, TCS would be 2.5. Then comes scrap. You know what is scrap? Have you seen those kabadiwalas, right? What are they? Who are they? They are scrap collectors. Yeah. So the person who is paying scrap, sorry, the person who is selling scrap, would take 1% from the buyer who is buying scrap. Then there is mineral being coal or lignite or iron ore for them. The rate is 1%. So to summarize, the common TCS rates are 1, 2.5, and 5. 1 is for alcohol consumption, scrap, minerals, coal, iron ore, lignite. 2.5 is for all forest produce, whether it be tendu lease, or sorry, whether it be timber obtained through forest lease, did not obtain through forest lease, or there is any other forest produce. And then there is rate of 5% that is on tendu lease. That's all. Okay. Then definitely there are more to it, lease or license of parking lot, which comes under section 206C. They say that collection of tax by every person who grants a lease or license or enters into a contract or otherwise transfer any rights of interest in any case. If there is any lease or license of parking lot in case of toll plaza, parking lot, mine, then TCS would be there. The rate is 2%. Who will give the rate? Licensee or lessee. Then there is sale of motor vehicles. It's selling motor vehicles. The value exceeds 10 lakh. In that case, TCS would be there. This means what? If the value does not go beyond 10 lakhs, there will not be any TCS, right? And the rate of TCS over here is 1%. Then there are some concerns for authorized dealers if they are giving any aggregate package for financial years, somebody is going out traveling, those tour guides they also charge TCS. So there are different things. But let us come to this point where no tax is to be collected. Okay. You can't collect TCS in these conditions. What are them? The first is no TCS by the authorized dealer on an amount in respect of which the sum has been collected by the seller. If the seller has already collected TCS, of course, by the authorized dealer, then they don't have to pay it. If the buyer is central government, then no question comes, right? If the buyer is liable to deduct tax at source, right, then no need to collect. Then there is sale of goods of value exceeding 50 lakhs. If the value exceeds 50 lakhs, what will happen? TCS is to collect it at 0.1%. If it goes above 50 lakhs. So if the sale of goods is below 50 lakhs, this will not come into picture. Again, the clause says the tax is not required to be collected if the buyer is liable to deduct tax at source under any provision of the act on the goods purchased by him from the seller and has deducted such tax. Right? And let us come to this picture now. You remember, right, that when we were talking that higher rate of TDS, when no pan is furnished, we used to do in that case, we used to take the rate as 20%. We used to say that it will be 20%. Earlier, before budget 2023, it was 30%. But after 2023 budget, they have reduced it to 20%. That was for TDS. What for TCS? For TCS, if you have not provided PAN, in that case, what will happen? First, let us read this paragraph. The provision of Section 206 CC require tax collection at the higher of the following two rates. In case of failure by the person paying any sum or amount on which taxes collected to furnish PAN in TCS, you are not furnishing your PAN to the seller, the person who is liable to collect TCS. What will happen? What will happen? Either twice the rate of the specified provision. Let's say for Tendu leaves it was 5%, twice would be 10%, or at 5%, whichever is higher, 10 or 5, which one is higher? Of course, 10 is higher. We will go for that. In case of scrap, in case of scrap, if we do it twice, it is 2%. So 2% or 5%, whichever is higher, we will take that. That is 5%. I hope this is clear. You see over here, both the collectee and the collector have to compulsory code the PAN of the collectee in all corresponding bill, voucher, and other documents exchanged between them. If the PAN provided to the collector is invalid or it does not belong to the collectee, it shall be deemed that the collectee has not furnished his PAN to the collector. Accordingly, tax would be collected at the rate specified above. This means double of that particular TCS item rate or 5%, whichever is higher. The provisions of Section 206 CC does not apply to NRI who does not have a permanent establishment in India. Okay. So with this, I think whatever knowledge we needed to proceed further for our practicals, we have it. What do you say? What do you say? Are we ready to go for practicals? Are we ready to go for TCS practicals? Tell me. Tell me. I want to see some chats coming out. Response. Absolutely, Ashutosh. I just checked your message. You are right. This is also like a TDS is also like TCS. Definitely, you can, while filing IT, you can claim it. This is the reason why government is promoting the sellers and deductors to collect them so that people will come, they will fill income tax return, and they will have, and the government will come to know the details of each and every candidate, how much somebody is earning, from what sources they are earning, all the details they will get. Ready, ready. Are we ready? That's all. Start the practicals, ma'am. Okay, so this means we are ready. Now we know what to do. Let's start. Come to TCS practicals. We will start. There are total just 5 questions in front of us. Let's do it. Question 1 says what? Question 1 says Arun made a payment for the purchase of furniture. If you remember, we have discussed about it, right? Tell me what rate of TCS and what is going to be the section over here. Tell me. Which section is applicable over here? Furniture. Do you remember? Do you remember? Pooja, dear, I think there is some network issue from your end. Please try to solve it. I can't say any answers.
Ma'am, I think we can do the class without your camera on because they are saying whenever you put off the camera, they are able to listen your voice.
Is it? Is it so? In that case, I'll keep it off. Monica is saying forest item, timber, 10%. Let me come back to this bit. See, can we see it? Just a minute. Just a moment. I think we did about discuss about the furniture one. No? Yes. Did we? Can you see it over here? Sale of goods value exceeding 50 lakhs. We discussed this, no? That as per section 206C1H, tax is also required to be collected by the seller who receives any amount as consideration for sale of goods of the value exceeding 50 lakhs. Tax is collected at 0.1% under section 206C1H of the sale consideration exceeding 50 lakhs. Now, however, tax is not required to be collected if the person is liable to deduct tax at source. Okay. What does this mean? What does this mean? If there is any sale, if there is any sale above 50 lakhs, if there is any sale above 50 lakhs, then only this is going to come in picture. 206 subsection 1H will only come in picture when there has been any sale for which the value exceeds 50 lakhs. Over here, Arun is the person who has purchased, who is the buyer of the furniture. Okay. But what is the amount over here? It is 23 lakhs. 23 lakhs means it is less than 50 lakhs. In this case, there will be no applicability of TCS since they have not crossed the threshold limit of 50 lakhs. TCS rate would be not applicable. And over here, what is the TCS section? Just now we have discussed. It is 2061H, right? For the next one, it is very simple. You tell me, the company sold the balance of the materials as scrap, which was left after the sale of furniture. What will happen? What will happen? Tell me. Which section and what rate is applicable here? Tell me. Come on, we all need to participate. So, the ones who are messaging me, ma'am, you did not share the section of TCS. You just told the rates. I just told the rates, or you just heard the rates. Where were you when I read out this line? That sale of certain goods under section 206, C subsection 1. Where were you? What does this mean? 206 subsection 1 is applicable for all the goods which are here: alcohol, tendu leaves, timber, scrap, right? And then for motor vehicles, I said 206, 1F. Where were you? Right? Then for sale of goods, here we discussed 206, 1H. Okay? People are saying 1%. The ones who are saying 1%, you are absolutely right. Okay? For scrap, the rate of TCS is 1% and section is 206C subsection 1. Tell me one thing, students, if in question 2, there would be no PAN provided by the buyer. If the buyer has not provided any PAN, in that case, what will be the applicable TCS rate? Tell me, tell me. Yes, someone is saying 2%, someone is saying 5%. Who is right? 2% or 5%? Ragini, she's saying 20%. Ragini, we are not doing TDS now. We are in TCS. Maybe they sound similar, but they are not same. They are different. So when we do not file TCS, I am repeating the provision again for you. When there is no PAN provided for TCS, what will happen? Either you have to give twice the rate of TCS connecting to that item, or 5%, whichever is higher. In this case, if let's say this person has not given PAN, then scrap is 1%, double will be 2%, right? But we have to take whichever is higher, and the higher rate is 5%. Exactly, Kirti. Very good. Yes, good, good. A lot of you have given me the right answer now. The other ones who were just saying 2%, I think now they are clear. Now, question point 3, transaction 3. You know this one, right? Tindu leaves. The amount received from Rose was towards the sale of Tindu leaves. Now, understand that Rose, she is an individual. How much TDS she would have given on this 50,000? Tell me. And what is the section? Quickly. What would have been the section? Yes, Danish, you are absolutely right. It is 5%. Yeah. And the section would be 206C, subsection 1. Tell me for timber, sale of timber to Raja PVT Limited. Timber has been sold to Raja PVT Limited for 7,60,000. How much TCS is applicable? Is it applicable or not? If applicable, then what is the rate? If not applicable, then why not applicable? Tell me. Okay. Sajal, Sajal, you are wrong. We are discussing point 4 right now. How come it will be 5%? It can't be 5%. Ashutosh, wrong. How come it is 5%? If you remember, I told you, see why I was repeating? Because I know you don't have these charts with you. So that it will fit in your mind. That's what I was repeating, correct? A lot of times I told you that only for forest produce, whatever it is, through lease, through other ways, or it be any forest produce, it is 2.5%. There's no question of 5%. It is 2.5% and the section is same. Tell me about this 5. Question 5. 5 says that HSN India Limited sold furniture to Arun Limited, Arun PVT Limited. And Arun PVT Limited is not liable to deduct tax on the purchase of such furniture. What will happen? Tell me. This is tricky. Let me see what you will answer. Ria, if your answer is connected to question 5, then it is wrong. Ajit, you need to file ITR, income tax, to get the credits of TCS and TDS. That is the major motive of government to deduct or to collect these advance taxes so that you go and file income tax return. Vindhya says 206C, subsection 1H, not applicable. Very good, Vindhya. But will you also tell me why it is not applicable? Why it is not applicable? Authorized dealers? Is this the reason why it is not applicable? No, no, no. Absolutely, Shivam. Very good. Well done. Shivam says it is not applicable as the amount of transaction is not exceeding 50 lakhs. Very good, Aditya. Now you have come to the conclusion. Monica, Arpit, Jay, Kavya, Arya. Now you have given the right answer. See, as similar to one transaction one, same is with HSN India. They are not liable to pay TCS. Why not? Because the transaction of sales does not exceed 50 lakhs. If it exceeds 50 lakhs, tell me what is going to be the rate of TCS quickly. If this transaction would have been exceeded 50 lakhs, what would have been the rate of TCS? Tell me. This sounds right. But now tell me that if it exceeds 50 lakhs, what would be the answer? Then what? Yes, 0.1. Very good, Shashank. Very good, Shivam. 0.1. Aditya, Arpit, 0.5 is not right. It is going to be 0.1. Monica, Jay, Pooja, Sajal. Yes, if exceeds 50 lakhs, then it would be 0.1%. Sajal, right. Good. So this means we have understood the logic behind what we are doing in TCS. Very good. I really feel proud to be a part of this batch because the students are really very active. Where is my page? Let me come back. Okay, the ones who have done question one, please proceed ahead. You're very smart. You can simply do question two easily yourself. Come on, let's do question two. I'm giving you a chance. You do it yourself. Yes, I've received all the answers. You all have written right. Now let's do question two. Done? Very good, Monica. Monica says that she is done with question two. Let us see. Now, question two says what? First question, we are talking about sale of timber. Sale of timber, we know. The moment you see sale of timber, just close your eyes, go to this rate section and click 2.5. Okay. Somebody is saying, ma'am, if we close eyes, how will we select the rate? Don't worry, open your eyes and select it. Section, we know, section 206C, subsection 1. Now, for purchase of furniture, again, what we will see? We will see that it is exceeding 50 lakh or not. Not exceeding the threshold, simply just select not applicable. And then come to the section. Section is 1H. Again, Peter sold furniture to PVR and PVR is not liable to deduct on the purchase of such furniture. No problem. We just have a concern with the threshold limit. Is it exceeding 50? Answer is no. Simply select the section, right? Not applicable. 10. Company sold balance of the material as scrap. So this is question for scrap. What we need to do? Scrap is 1%. Let's click. Then for Tendu leaves, again, section is same. Rate is 5%. Let's validate. So we have done it. We have done question 1 of TCS. We have done question 2 of TCS. Let's come to question 3. Let's quickly come to question 3. And I'm pretty much sure that if I ask you to go for question 3, that also you will do it yourself. Very good, Jay. Jay says that he is enjoying TCS. You did not enjoy TDS, only TCS you enjoyed. Good, Monica. Ashutosh done. Okay. Dharvi, yes, very good. Your answers are absolutely right. My God. Dharvi, your speed is very fast. Dharvi is giving me all the answers in the chat box. Just look at the way the presentation is. So this shows that when Dharvi is giving papers, when writing in the exams, the presentation is very nice. Right? Yes, yes, dear, don't worry. Okay, let us see what is happening in question 3. I hope you all have started or some have already finished third. Okay, I can see that few of you are writing that I'm done with question 3. So is there anyone in this class who is not able to do question 3? Anyone? If you have done question 3, we can simply go to some other topic. Tell me if you are able to understand. We will simply go to some other topic. Anyone facing doubt with question 3? No one? Tell me, in question 3, transaction number 5, that is for sandalwood. What have you done? Tell me. For sandalwood, what have you selected? Ragini says no, ma'am. No, ma'am means what? You want me to solve it or you want me to go ahead? Okay. Sajal is facing some issue in question 3, it seems like. No problem. Let us quickly go through it, okay? So first is talking about again purchase of furniture. Let's come to the threshold. Threshold is 40. Threshold not crossing. Not applicable, and it is the section is 1H. Clear? The next says about scrap. Scrap. What to do with scrap? 1%. The section is this. Right? Then it is about tendu leaves. 5%. Section is same. Then they talk about again sale of furniture. 43 lakhs. Not crossing the threshold. Simply not applicable. Right? 1H. Then sandalwood is there. Sandalwood is what, see, for your ease, they have also mentioned forest produced. So we remember if there is any kind of forest produced, it will be 2.5%. It is forest produced, it is timber, it is on lease, it is not on lease, whatever the case is, it will always be 2.5 per section. Then again, they're talking about sale of furniture. So a lot of them are repeated, I think. I was expecting you people would do it very easily, but no problem. One, then they talk about sale of timber, to do with sale of timber, 2.5, and the first section itself. Then there is again sale of furniture, 25 lakhs, says not applicable. I don't know where you found problem in this particular question. It was very simple. Then sold timber, timber is there. Now it doesn't matter. It is under the forest lease, isn't under forest lease. If it is timber, the rate is going to be 2.5. Right. For both the cases, rate and section is same. Then they're talking about again Tindu leaves. You know what to do. 5% and the first section. Yeah. Let's validate. What happened? Which one got wrong? Oh, we forgot to select the rate over here. So what was this? This was sale of furniture. For sale of furniture, what we need to do is not applicable. Validate, submit, right? Now I'm pretty sure that we have discussed 1, 2, and 3. You can simply do other tasks as well. There are total 10. Yeah. So for travels and everything, we have discussed tour packages, if you remember. License for parking lot, we have discussed. Foreign tour package, we discussed. Toll plaza, if you remember, for each and everything, we have discussed the threshold limit. See, see for toll plaza, parking lot, what was there? Section 206C, subsection 1. What it used to say is 2%. 2% TCS is applicable, right? Then for C, tour packages, we discussed 5% of the amount or aggregate of amount in excess of 7 lakhs. So simply, by using these informations, you can do the further questions itself. Are we okay? We have understood that your typing skills are very nice and presentation is nice. But I would suggest you, uh, you don't waste your energy on this. Okay. Now, in today's session, we have discussed about TCS. We have discussed about TDS. Okay. Let us go to some other topic now because I want to keep tomorrow's session just for GST. Okay. GST is going to be the most lengthy one. Okay. So whatever small topics we have like EPF and custom duties, I was feeling that let's do it today itself. You will also get some confidence that okay, I'm able to do these things. And what will happen tomorrow when we sit for GST, we will have a lot of time to devote to GST. Because I know when we discuss about GST, we will have a lot of queries coming out because GST has always been the most interesting one, but also in detail. So I'm thinking tomorrow we will go for GST where we will learn about different topics like how to file GST nil return, how to file 3B, how to go for composite filing, how to do registration at first. So these are the topics we have for GST, right? And I want you all to be very strong with that. So what we should do is today we will take some small topics that we have. Okay. Sorry. So do you have any idea about EPF? Tell me. Do you have any idea about EPF? EPF? If yes, then tell me. And also for ESIC, have you heard about these words before? Tell me if yes. Can you see the full form here? If you did not see, I just want you to write in the box what is ESIC. Monica is saying, yes, ma'am, nice idea. Yeah, idea is nice. That's why I'm implementing. Don't worry. Come on, try it out. What is ESIC? Give pressure on your brains and you will come to the answer. ESIC, I'm asking. I need answers from you all. No Googling, huh? Nobody's going to Google the answers. I'm saying ESIC, somebody is messaging 2.5. Hey, what is 2.5? 2.5 is ESIC. Or what? Yes, some answers now are coming which is relevant. Again, I'm saying ESIC, somebody is giving me full form of EPF. ESIC. C is missing. Ah, Monica, you've got it from where? Google. Somebody saying commission, somebody saying corporation.
Ma'am, right now, na student are far advanced than Google. They use Chat GPT in short.
Yeah, totally. So, how many of you are using ChatGPT in that case? Yeah. So, ESI Act. What is that? It is Employees State Insurance Act 1948. Thank you for all the right answers that you all have given me. Okay. I know today things are available very easily. You go to Google, you go to ChatGPT, you get the answers. But it is nice that you are doing this initiative that you're going and searching, right? It is not important that we knew about this full form before or not. The thing is that curiosity should always be there. Okay, if you don't know something, but have that curiosity, I don't know, but I want to know. That is very important. That's all. Now let us understand what is employee state insurance. What does this mean? Now see, Employees State Insurance Corporation, that is ESIC. Somebody was saying commission, I don't know. So now you know what is the full form of ESIC. Now it is a government organization that manages the employees state insurance scheme. Okay. So ESIC is the one who is managing ESI. ESI is employees state insurance scheme. Okay. Now this scheme basically provides medical, financial assistance to employees and their families. The assistance is provided when an employee is unable to perform his or her duties due to sickness, employment, injury, or maternity. Okay. So when you will go to big organizations after you become a qualified CMA, you will see that when the CTC is arranged for you, in that CTC, PF deductions and things are there. But with that, there is also one more thing, that is insurance. So every company issues insurance for their employees. But who is giving the money for insurance? At the end, the premium of the insurance is paid by both of them, just like PF. Remember, I told you about PF. PF, what happens if the employee says that I want my salary to be deducted for PF? In that case only, the employer will also pay for PF. The employer will also contribute for PF. Similar case is for ESI, Employee State Insurance. That what will happen if the employee wishes to go for insurance? If the employee says that I will give money for insurance premium from my salary, then only the company will also pay premium for you. Then only the company will give you this facility of insurance. But when in later this chapter we will discuss the ratios on which the contribution of employer and employees happen, then you will realize that whatever they take from the employee, as the premium, that is very low. So ESI definitely, since it is a government scheme, it will always be in the benefit of individual, just like PF. So this is also very beneficial. A lot of times, again, if the students or if any individual is not aware about the benefits of ESI, what will they do? They will say that no, I don't want insurance. I don't want insurance. Why? Because they will say, I want money. I don't want insurance. They will fail to realize that if it is 5 rupees insurance, you just have to pay 1 rupees, 4 rupees on your behalf. So what is happening? You will get good amount of insurance facilities, right? Mediclaims and everything you will get just by paying a very nominal price. If you go directly and take an insurance, it will be very expensive. The premiums would be very high, but this way it gets very reduced, and you also don't feel the pinch because every month some or the other amount is getting deducted from your salary, right? Yeah, I could see some people are messaging that this chapter was there in group 1. That is good. This means it is going to be like a revision, and then this means that I will also have in mind that you people have must gone through this chapter. You have some basic clarities. Okay, now I have already explained you the objective. Now let us read what is written over here. So ESIC is a piece of social welfare legislation enacted primarily with the objective of providing certain benefits to employees in case of sickness, maternity, employment injury, and to make provision for certain other material incidental thereto. Clear? Let us understand the definitions. We don't have to go much in definitions. We can just simply move. You know, see, just understand what is employee. Employee is any person um, who is employed on wage in connection with the work of the factory or establishment. It has a wide connection and includes scope, manual technical functions, person whose remuneration does not exceed 21,000 in a month are covered under this act. This means what? The ones who are having big amount of salary, they are not covered under this. See, this is logical because if they are doing something for the betterment of the employees, they will not do for someone who is having 15 lakh, 20 lakh package. That person is eligible himself or herself to do their insurance. Correct? That person is so capable that they can buy a insurance outside. But these people, the ones who are earning 21 or below that, they are not having that much of money that they will directly go and take insurance. So what to do for them? The government says that okay, you take the initiative. You means the company will take the initiative to take care of the insurance of the employees, right? Majority money will be given by the employer itself. Now, the Act does not make any distinguish between casual and temporary employees or between technical and non-technical. Every employee, every wage person is same. There is also no distinguish between these employees on time rate and fees rate basis. I think you are clear with these things because you are CMA inter students. You must be familiar with these words. Now, what is wages? It is contribution paid to the provident fund or pension fund. Okay, just a minute. Wage means any remuneration paid in cash. You already know this, right? Okay. And includes other remuneration at intervals not exceeding 2 months, but does not exclude, does not include. What things are not going to come under wage? One is gratuity amount. Okay, some paid for special expenses, traveling allowance, PF. This is not going to come. Factory, you know the definition of factory. I'm not going in detail for all these things. Applicability, let us read this. This is important. Now, ESI Act, as amended from time to time, extends to the whole of India. Remember, there was a time when we were a student of CMA, we used to read, we used to have that habit of always saying, including India except Jammu and Kashmir. We used to have that habit, every time. But now the laws have changed, and it is the coverage is whole India now. This includes J&K. Now, it was intended that the scheme should be implemented stage by stage. The ESI is a unique, multidimensional, self-financing social security scheme in which contribution is beneficiary, whatever it is. Let's go. Okay, the act will becomes applicable. This line is very important. The act become applicable to all establishment wherein 10 or more persons are employed other than seasonal factory. This means there has to be permanent employee of 10 or more people, then only this act will come into picture. Two conditions we have come to know till now. One is the salary of 21,000 condition. The other is that 10 or more people. Okay. However, again, there is some exception. When there is law, there is exception. So, however, in case of an establishment carrying on any notified hazardous or life-threatening occupation, these provisions shall apply even if a single employee is employed. Right? If there is some dangerous work happening that is a threat to life, then even if there is one person employed over here in any company, then also the employer is eligible or liable to be registered under this scheme. Okay. Besides, the plantation may voluntarily opt for the application of these provisions. Other option, what is that they voluntarily go. They say that, okay, we are not doing any work that is life threatening. We don't have employees more than 10, but still we want to encourage our employees. For them, we want to put this tax applicability. In that case, they can voluntarily do this. They are free to do this. However, there are very few companies which voluntarily do, because again, it is going to be an expense on them. But there are few companies who actually care about the employees. They go and they do it. Ajit, your question says that about the medical benefits. Yeah, it depends on the claim that you have. Like, it depends upon the insurance policy that you hold. That how many times you can claim the benefits. It will vary from policy to policy and even from policy company to other policy company. Okay, so whatever is there, you have to read your policies carefully. See, why these topics are very important, because a lot of us, we don't even know that this amount gets deducted from our salary. We don't know. And then we don't even know that we have this mediclaim that our company is giving us. Very few of them are aware that, okay, we have some policy going on with the company. We can ask for the policy number and we can use it. Otherwise, half of them, they just think that, okay, just for offer letter, that policy is there, they don't ask for policy numbers, they don't use it. So of course, it's a benefit that is given to you. Be aware about your benefits so that you can use it. Exemptions are there. Now the provision relating to ESI scheme do not apply. So these are the areas where ESI is not applicable. Okay. Of course, we know where these labors wage people are less than 10. There is any season factory. In those cases, it will not happen. Season factory explanation they have given over here. This means uh, factories engaged for a period not exceeding 7 months in a year. Okay. Now, benefits of ESIC, we know the benefits, right? You're getting medical benefits, sickness, maternity. These benefits you will get. Dependence benefit, if your parents, of course, one point over here, dependence benefit. See, half of us are not even aware that we have some mediclaim going on, medical policies with the company, right? And so nobody gives any nominations for the policy. This means what? If you are having any mediclaim with any company, they then in that case you can give the names of your dependents. Okay, please add them in my policy. They will add, and they then your dependents can also enjoy the benefits. But who can be your dependents? That is my question to you all. Who can be your dependents? Can you just go simply and say that this is my friend? Please add him or her to my dependents list. Can you do that? Yeah, tell me. Family. What is the definition of family? Tell me. Vidya is saying spouse, children, and parents. Okay. So see, when you talk about family, this is how you present it, right? You can't just write family, family members. You have so big families. Some people are having joint families. This means they have 10, 15 people. Can all of them come under this? No, right? See, some people are asking what is the benefit of ESIC. We have done everything now. This person is asking what is the benefit of ESIC. It's just like पूरी रामायण खत्म हो गई और इन्होंने देखा ही नहीं कि श्री राम है कौन. Why, Ashutosh? You can also add your dependent parents too. Parents have done enough for you. Now it is your time. You go ahead and you do for them. If you forget to add your spouse or children, it will be fine. But make sure you add your dependent parents' name first, right? Okay. So we were discussing. See, again, somebody was asking me, ma'am, what is the benefit of ESIC? Please open your eyes and see what are the benefits. Medical benefits you get. See, this is written over here. It extends to the family as well. Sickness benefit. During a medical leave, 70% of their average wage during the period of sickness for a maximum of 91 days in a year. They will get it. The workers cannot seek this benefit if he or she contributes for less than 78 days out of 6 months. So, who will not get the sickness benefit? The ones who have not even worked for 78 days in the previous 6 months. Maternity benefits would be provided 100% average daily wage for a mother up to 26 weeks. This means for 6 weeks in case of miscarriage, 12 weeks for a commissioning mother or adopting mother. Now, it can be extendable for one more month depending on medical advice. So, if required, it can be extended till 1 month. Dependent benefit in case of death during course of employment or occupation hazard, the monthly payment is granted to dependents. Disablement benefit in case of injury during course of employment, monthly payment for temporary disablement till injury lasts, whereas lifelong payment in case of permanent disablement based on the determination of medical board. Don't be scared. This doesn't happen in regular scenarios, right? But of course, if there is some such kind of work where you're working in huge, big factories, uh, so their accident happens very quite often. So for them, these benefits has been brought up in office or in any such setup. things doesn't happen like this, but if you're working in hardcore factories or your work is very risky, in that case, happening these things are very common. You know, those poor people, some lose their hands, some lose their legs just by using those machines a lot of time. So for them, these things have come up that if that happens, this is how the company is going to protect their interest, because they are the ones who are risking their life and doing work for the company. Now, other benefits, funeral benefit is there, vocational is there, old age medical care. So the ones who were worried, you will get old age medical care also. Don't worry. Okay. So I think now you know the benefits. Now, please don't ask me again what is the benefit for ESIC. Hmm. Now, see, there are few benefits which cannot be combined. You cannot club these benefits all together. What are the benefits? Section 65 provides that an insured person shall not be entitled to receive for the same period what they won't receive: sickness benefit and maternity benefit. You cannot receive these two altogether. Or what is the other batch? Sickness benefit, disablement benefit for temporary disablement. You cannot take these two together. What is the third batch? It says maternity benefit and disablement benefit cannot be taken together. Okay, where a person is entitled to more than one of the benefits, he or she shall be entitled to choose which benefit they will receive. Okay, so if you're taking sickness or maternity together, so you are not supposed to do it together. In that case, you have to choose which one would you want to go for. Okay, this is the constitution of employee state composition. Okay, now this is very crucial. Just observe what is over here. See, calculation of contribution payable. Remember, I told you that the amount of insurance that the company will take from you is very nominal, very nominal. Just look at it. Of course, the wage ceiling is 21,000. For them, only this um, insurance is applicable. This act is applicable. But my wishes for all of you is, I hope you never come under ESIC. God makes you so capable that you have big amount of salaries. You are so capable that you can have your good amount of insurance policies with you, right? But this is for the ones who really need it, the ones whose salary is not above 21,000, the wage is not above 21,000. So for them, the employers, what they do of this, they do 3.25% of contribution. Okay, 21,000, 3.25% is given by the employer and 0.75% is given by the employee. So this is how the contribution actually happens. You could see that your amount, what you are providing to the company, hardly is relevant for them. You know, they are paying two, three times more of what you are given. So it's absolutely beneficial for you. Coverage, what type of employees are covered under here? Like monthly rated employees, the ones who get paid monthly, who are employed on regular basis. There are a lot of people who get paid on regular basis. Okay, some are who get paid monthly, salary, wage, whatever it is, right? For all of them, it is applicable, right? Now, see what is the contribution period, how to use the benefits. Somebody was asking me. So, see, the benefit period starts how? Let's see. Let's say that you have started contributing from 1st of April till 30th of September. You are contributing. So, this 6 months contribution that you have given, now next year from 1st of January to 30 June, you can use this benefit. And similarly, from 1st October to 31st March, whatever you are paying, that will be used from 1st July, 31st December of next year. This means the current year you won't get it. Next year you will get it. Why? The company also wants you to stick with them, right? Let's say that Mr. Devan, see, this is an example. Mr. Devan joined insurance employment for the first time. He joins on 5th of January. So his first contribution period will be from 5th January to 31st, and his corresponding first benefit period will be from 5th October to 31st December. Hope this is clear. Now, see, this is the calculation. You could see it. Let's say somebody's income is 10,000 per month. What will happen? So the employer's contribution is 3.25% of the 10,000, that is 325, and employee's contribution is just 0.75% of the total 10,000. So the total ESI amount becomes 400, that will be gone for every month. For 15,000, this is the deduction, right? Now, do you want me to start with the practicals of this? Okay, one thing is about interest. So the corporation may levy and cover damages under registration 31C at the following rates, okay? Not exceeding the amount of contribution payable for default or delay in payment. If there is any delay in payment of contribution, what will happen? If delay is if delay is up to or less than 2 months, 5% damage. 2 months, less than 4 months, 10%. 4 months and above, but less than 6 months, 15%. 6 months and above, 25%. Penalty is also there. So we have to be very careful. You know, see, the penalty is, my God, they also have imprisonment for this case, right? Then if it doesn't happen, your employer is not making payment, you can do appeal, go to their, right? So I think I've given you more than the information which was required over here. Shall we start with the practicals? Tell me, tell me, you tell me, I will start. But I need your consent. Where is everyone? Need some answers. Okay, Mr. says this. If any background noise is coming from my end, please avoid it. Actually, it's heavily raining. I'm in Kolkata right now. It's heavily raining over here. So this noise will come. Is there anyone in this session who is also from Kolkata? Anyone?
Ma'am, I am also from Kolkata only.
Okay, sir. That sounds nice. Sir, I think last time, we couldn't meet because you were not in Kolkata that time when CMA
Yes,
training
ma'am. Yes,
happened.
ma'am. Yes,
Hmm.
ma'am.
We were there at Kolkata for CMA training.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So the students, if you have attended last, training that happened at CMA Institute, I was there. So, okay, Aditya is also from Kolkata. If you remember, I was there. Anyone who remembers, anyone who was there in that batch, Oh God, good to see that so many of you are from Kolkata. Ashutosh, Kolkata. Neha, Kolkata. Okay, that is nice to know. Okay, all right. So what we can do is, let's simply come to EPFO ESIC sign up. Now, see, we know that if we want to do something, if we want to, you know, start with the registration process and everything, we have to sign up first. Okay. Okay, Avi, you are from Kolkata. Avi is there for in Kolkata for some personal purpose. Okay, Avi. Maybe if it wouldn't have been raining, maybe we would have met after the session. Kirti is from Bombay. I went Bombay last week. There was some workshop. So for that purpose, we went to University of Mumbai. That was also a nice experience. Danish, Delhi. Okay. Okay. So let us come to the practicals again. Now see, if any company comes to know that they are supposed to be registered under ESIC, so what will they do? ESIC or EPFO. What they will do? They will do sign up. Okay, they will do sign up. Now I know. Please don't start screaming that, ma'am, you have just told me ESIC. What is EPFO? We will also do EPFO. Don't worry. Right now we are just doing practicals for sign up. Okay. After this sign up, we will again go for EPFO, and thereafter we will learn how to do registration of EPFO and ESIC. Don't worry. But first, let us understand how to do the sign up. Let's look at this case study. So, Mr. Ramesh, the proprietor of Ras Hotels, initially employed only 8 individuals, and we know as per the custom, maybe he's, if he voluntarily wants to take it, he can take it. Otherwise, at 8 individuals, he's not liable to go forward. Minimum 10 or more should be there. Okay. But what happens after 4 months? After 4 months, on May 1st, 2023, his workforce expands. Maybe his work is going well. So now it has crossed 10 employees. Now he is liable to be registered under ESIC. Of course, he does not have any idea what to do. As a CMA qualified, he is coming to you and saying, sir, ma'am, can you please help me with this ESIC sign up? And you will say, yes, yes, we can do it. And you're saying, I will take 3, 4 thousand, whatever you want. I will take this money and I will do your sign up. But in your mind, you will also think that, see, I have learned this in the CMA e-filing training. It will only take me 5 to 10 minutes to do the sign up. But I just got money because somebody doesn't know that this is so easy to do, right? This happens. This is how it works. If you have talent, you have knowledge, you will earn money. Let's click on start. So over here, we have details of office. We have details of the proprietor. Let's click over here. The moment you click over here, this is how your Employees Provident Fund organization site looks like. Okay. So where do we need to click? There are so many options coming out. We need to click on establishment registration. Okay. Just imagine how beautifully these formats have been made for you so that you can have these real life experiences. Just click on establishment, and over here you could see they're asking for user ID password. Do you have user ID password? How will you have user ID password? You have not even registered yourself. So on the top right hand side, you could see there are two options: login, sign up. Login is for the ones who already have ID and password, but we don't. So let's click on sign up. Now they are asking for name. Name is what? Let's copy paste Ramesh. Ramesh is the name. What is email? Email is ramesh@energymail.com. And then come to mobile. Okay. We have verification code that is 565399. Submit. What happened? Okay, 2 was missing. 432. 432. Submit. Now verification code will come on your client's phone. Make sure you say the client that okay, I will do your sign up, but be available to give the OTP. Okay. Now again, OTP is there. 1234. Write this verification code and verify OTP. The moment you do it, this page will open up where they ask you that enter the user ID of your choice. If you use, I know a lot of you must be using Instagram and other social media. So the moment we register ourselves there, you must have selected your user ID, no, over there. On Instagram, you have that user ID. Similarly, over here also, you have to select your user ID, then put the password and confirm. So what is his name? Name is Ramesh. So let us take Ramesh as user ID. Okay. Password. I'm taking Ramesh123. Ramesh123. Let's see. Are they asking password must contain 8 to 6 characters? Now see. Again, they are saying one uppercase, one number, special character. Everything has to be there. Okay. So let us, you know, frame a good password. Let's write R capital Ramesh. Whatever you want, you can put as password, not a problem. 123 at the rate. I am writing this. Submit. See, with this, you have completed the task. You have signed up your client for this ESIC. Now, this was very simple. I know you must have felt that it is so simple. And I was explaining you while doing. That's why maybe it took little, extra time. Otherwise, if you simply do the sum, it will hardly take you 2 to 3 minutes. Okay. Some students are messaging that uh, that screen is not visible. Is it like that?
No, ma'am, I don't think so. Your screen is visible clearly. EPFO/ESIC sign up,
Yeah,
Energy
right,
Vidya page, and the mobile number you have selected 239 whatever it is.
right. Okay.
Screen is their
Then it's
network issue might be. They
ah
have to check it from their
could
end.
be, could be. Okay. So we have done this first question. Now I rest the case to you all. Go for question two, question three. Come on, go for question two. Okay, screen is visible. Okay, Afreen has completed task two. Very good. So students, you are getting the way I'm explaining. Things are clear. Are you understanding each and every point? Maybe sometimes we feel it's going slow. See, every student is different, right? One student has messaged me, ma'am, it feels as if we are small kids. See, first of all, if you're learning something, it is always good if you be a small kid. It will be very easy for you to learn, right? Why you want to be so big? Aditya is saying, I followed you on LinkedIn. That's good, Aditya. And we'll catch up on LinkedIn. Always be a student. Always feel yourself to be small. Then only you will be open to learning. Don't say we are professionals. We'll behave like professionals. We'll study like professionals. What is that? Relax yourself a little. Already, when you go to the corporates, they won't let you be kids, right? So why do you want to let your kiddishness, your childness, whatever you have in yourself, go like that? You can't search on LinkedIn, you will get it for sure. Okay. If you have done two, you can also go with three to just, finally close it. Anyone who is having any doubts in question two, anyone? Students, I need a suggestion from your end. Are you liking the way I am teaching you? I'm being light, I'm being calm, relaxing, and discussing with you. Is it fine, or you want me to be rigid? You want me to be like strict with pale face, and then you want me to teach you? How exactly you want it? Are you liking the way it is going on? You want me to be more strict or vigilant? Tell me. Whatever my students will say, I'll do it. Tell me. Good. All questions done. Sajal. Okay, one person is saying, ma'am, please explain task two. Okay, Monica. Monica is saying, teaching perfectly. See, if my students are saying I can't do anything, it is so comfortable. Now, see, you will feel comfortable the moment you think that I am gelling up with you. Why you want me to be that vigilant, so strict with you? The world will always be that strict with you. So relax with yourself. Don't take that burden. Don't take that burden. I have to be so professional and all. Okay. At the end of the day, the session's agenda is that you should know whatever we are doing, you are getting solution. You are learning. That's all. Okay. Somebody says that one person is having doubt in question two. So I'll just simply go with question two. And then if you have any doubts, I'll just open the doors for you. Sign up. Let's see what question two is asking. Question two is asking for ESIC sign up. Okay. Employee State Insurance Corporation. Why is this person taking this? Because employee count has increased. They are eligible for go for it. Okay. Let's see. Sign up. Let's put the name Akshaya. Email. Let's put email. Number. Then verification. 565399. Submit. 565399. 1234. Okay. Now in this page, you can put whatever email ID, whatever user ID you want to take. It is Akshaya. Let us write the name Akshaya. Okay. Password I would write Akshaya123 Akshaya123 Submit. Done. What was the doubt in it? It was very simple. Nobody has to tell you how to become a tutor after taking CMA. If you are that fond of teaching, teaching will come directly to you. Don't worry. Okay. Tell me any doubts you have over here. Any doubts? If not, then we are very good to close this session. If not, you can ask me any doubts you have for ESIC. Yes, I have done all the 5 questions, Sachil. Very good. Danish is saying he's not having any doubts. I think in common we don't have any extra doubts. So we are good to close this session, right? Kunal sir,
Yes, ma'am.
I think we are good to close this session.
Sure, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you, student, for today's lovely session. Again, we will meet you at 3:30. Stay tuned. Thank you.
Okay, students, thank you so much. We will meet at 3:30 and then we will discuss about the registration of ESIC and EPFO. Okay, so let's meet on 3:30. Have your snacks by that time.